Hi everyone, it's Chef Nunu from Feed Me Good and welcome to my kitchen. Today I'm going to be teaching you how to make bun cha, which is a Vietnamese noodle dish. It's kind of like a caramelized meatballs with like vegetables or pickled vegetables and a nice sauce. And what I love about it is like low fat, you know, you're getting your proteins from your meat and you can kind of switch it. Obviously with this one you use pork, however if you are Muslim I would say you can use chicken mince and it comes out just the same as well. So we're going to basically be making the meatballs first, so let's get started with that. We've got a few, before I actually go into it actually, let me just talk to you a little bit about the ingredients. So we've got some soy sauce, we've got 2 fish sauce because I need to make the dressing, which is basically like a fish sauce dressing with a bit of mirin or vinegar, and I will put a bit of like garlic powder and a bit of tahini. I'm really, not tahini, I'm really loving this one because it's giving me that citrus chili mix that I love from Mexico, so I'm going to be adding that into it. And then I've also got some oyster sauce and I've got some sugar as well. And you know, you're meant to have your greens with it. It's meant to be served cold, so you can have your salad greens. I add a little bit of ginger. You got some carrots here, some cucumber, shallots, some lemongrass, and also spring onions, and you got your noodles. And it's just a very simple dish, but it's super tasty, and especially it's going to make your colleagues very jealous if you make this for lunch, trust me. Yeah, okay, so first thing we want to do is we want to get our mince mixture good so that we can actually mix them together to make little meatballs. Yeah, so what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to mix everything together. So first I've washed off my meat. So how you're thinking, Chef Nunu, how do you even wash mince? So what you do is you put some water in the mince, you completely cover it and leave it for about 5 minutes, and you start to see all the crap come out of it, and then you just drain it, and you don't need to really do too much because it's nicely washed. And like I said, you can use I would say chicken would be a very good option, or even turkey if you want to. Or if you're vegan, what you can do is actually use a plant-based vegan mince that can also work quite nicely as well. So this is our mince. What we want to do now is we're going to be making like a caramel. So we want to add a little bit of sugar. It's about 30 grams. I want to save the last bit of it because I need to make it for my dressing. And then we've also got some oyster sauce. Now the thing is with the oyster sauce, you don't want to add too much because you're going to have the salty the salty aspect of the soy sauce and the fish sauce. So I would just say to probably even use half of that amount as well. So that's about 10 grams, yeah? And then we're going to also add a little bit of the fish sauce. Like I said to you, you don't want to add too much of the oyster, so you have to really make it balanced. Vietnamese food is literally about balance, and I find that a lot of foods from around the world is about balance as well. We want to add a little bit of soy sauce. So I'm going to add a tiny bit because like I said, I'm not really trying to make it salty. I'm just trying to give it flavour. Okay, and now what we want to do is add some garlic. Now, guys, I'm not going to lie to you. I won't need to be peeling garlic, yes? I'm using some pure garlic powder, but I think I'm going to go to an Asian supermarket and get the garlic peeled and literally just blitz that because I just ain't got patience right now for it. So I've added quite a lot of garlic, but I like garlic, so obviously if you want to have less, then you can have less as well. All right, so now we've done the main things here. We add a little bit of sugar, a little bit of oyster sauce, and now what we want to do is add the vegetable stuff to it. So we're going to put the mince here, and we're going to move that over to the side of the yassa. Oh, before we even finish, let's add some black pepper to it as well. Just a little bit of black pepper. There, okay, so that one's done. So now we want to flavour it, guys, yeah? So what we want to do, we want to add some shallots. So we're going to just take out the bigger one. That one would be perfect. You also want to add some spring onions as well. So let's get that out here as well. And so I'm going to put one of them, and we need to have the lemongrass. So the lemongrass and the spring onions are very important for the flavours of this salad right here. And we also want to add a little bit of some coriander. So we want to really mix it up. Do you see how healthy it is already? And we haven't even done anything yet. So let's get this done. So we're going to literally slice these up. So let me put this over here for a second. So what you want to do is, you can see what I'm doing. So you want to roll up your herbs like this, and then you want to put it behind your hands, and then you want to slice it, okay? I just got these new chef knives and I actually need to practice because I'm so used to using this knife that I nearly clipped myself yesterday. So I'm like, even though, you know, you guys are practicing, I'm practicing too. You know, when you're a chef and you have to try new knives, you really have to be careful because some of the blades are very, very sharp and you can literally hurt yourself. So be careful, okay? All right, cool. So we've done the coriander. Now we're going to add the spring onions. So I really want to add it on a diagonal because I really like that type of look as well. It just makes it look so nice. And then I can literally slice it the other way. So that way I've got a mixture, a cross section of the spring onions. This is something you can do all the time and just have it, make them marinate if you want to. We're going to basically finely dice, or slice I should say, the shallots as well. Now if you haven't got any shallots, I would say you can still use onion. Maybe the red onion might be good, but shallots is really best. And let's slice that in the middle. Okay, and then literally slice that up. Okay, so we slice it nicely. I know I have got no remedies for crying eyes. I've tried it all in life and I've just realised, just get used to it after a while, you know. Okay, so I've literally finely diced the, or roughly diced I should say, the shallots. Oh my god, it is strong. Right, these are like some strong ass shallots really, guys. Okay, see, I'm not doing it on the blade, so I'm going to kind of go under. Perfect. Okay, right, so now we just got one last ingredient, which I'm going to add. You don't really have to add ginger, but me love my ginger, you know. I love my ginger and I love my onion and garlic. Like, it's just life, you know. You need to have these ingredients. Now, the best way to peel your ginger, do not peel with a knife, guys. This is so pointless. What you want to do is get your spoon, a small baby spoon. You basically want to literally peel it like this. You see how easy the skin comes off? Don't ever need to use a knife. You just literally peel. Look how easy that is. Just peel it all the way around. Ooh, my eyes are about to water from that onion. You see, I get it too, guys. I get it too. So we're just literally doing the same kind of thing that we did for the shallots. So what I'm doing is my knife is going forwards and backwards. It doesn't look like it because you're just like, but really it is. So you're kind of going forward, back, forward, back, forward, back. Okay. There we go. Okay, make sure all the ginger's in there. And now it's time to mix. All right, cool. So now we've got all of our mixtures and now it's time to mix. So you really need to get in with your hands. So what I've got is my lovely gloves ready to go and mix, mix, mix. And you can kind of see if your mixture needs, you know, a bit more of something. You can smell it as well. And I think this one is actually quite perfect. I'm not adding any salty bits because I really don't want it to be salty. I just want to have it to be well balanced. Look at that, guys. You can literally make little burgers out of this. Like, you don't even have to just make the meatballs. You'd be like, yo, I want to make a Vietnamese burger and just use the BUN CHA burger as some, like, pickled... Everything I'm doing, you can literally make it into a burger. That is just so simple and sick. All right. You see that? So you just mix it. Now, I might want to add... Okay, I'm going to add a little bit more oyster sauce. I know, you're not thinking, like, seriously, did she just smell the food to work it out? Yeah, I did, because me being half blind, half deaf and dyslexic, the good thing about that is that I've got really strong senses, especially when it comes to smell and taste. I can tell you exactly what's in the meal, and I can also see if it needs something just based on taste or smell. So if I can't taste the raw meat, obviously, then what I can do is I can smell it and see if it needs something. I might put a dash of sugar. Because remember, it's supposed to be caramelized. Now, if you don't want to use sugar, you can add on honey or agave. That ones will be fine. All right, cool. There we go. Now this is perfect. So what we want to do now is we want to start making some meatballs. So I'm going to save myself some time. I'm going to add some avocado oil. So I've been kind of going through a bit of a change with the oils that I use at home. So I tend to use avocado. Well, avocado is a new one, but rapeseed oil. But now I'm using avocado and olive oil as the two main oils that I'm using in my yard for cooking purposes. Okay, I don't want to add too much because it's a good non-stick pan, and also the pan are very good ones. So all the pork juices are going to come out, and they're going to make sure that I don't have to make it stick at the bottom. So let's kind of swirl it around. That's my good old trusty induction. And now we got to make some meatballs. Yeah, this is the fun bit. So you kind of want to just have your gloves on. And while you're doing that, you're making your meatballs. Let's actually multi-purpose everything. So let's put that over here. So what we want to do, we want to put on our trusty induction hob. And I'm going to put that on. I'm going to put it and boil our noodles. So we want to boil our rice noodles. So this is what I love. It's gluten free, and I need that because I'm gluten intolerant. So you're going to basically boil your noodles. So I'm going to make it kind of heat up a little bit for a couple minutes. Okay, so now we are ready to mix. So we want to have, I would probably say maybe like this much. You want like a good little meatball. So I'll say about 1.5 to 2 centimeters for your meatball. And you just kind of shape it to kind of make it look like that as well. And then you're going to basically fry. You can kind of pat it down a little bit, like a little patty, like a little mini burger, yeah? And you basically want to put them on here. So I'm going to put them a bit more earlier than just waiting for the oil to heat a lot, because I want to make them quick. So I'm just going to quickly make them up. And you can have as many meatballs as you want. So I normally will give about 6 to 8 mini meatballs, depending on the portion as well. The person's going to have the food. If they want like a small portion, then I might make about 5. If I want a bit of a medium size, then I'll probably give them about 8. And then, you know, it depends if they want more. Then you just give them a bit more. All right, I'm just going to do a couple more, and then I'll do the rest. I made a big batch today because my friends are coming over. So I'm going to finish these up, the rest of them, after. So one pack, which is about 500 grams, is going to give you about, I would probably say, anywhere between 5 portions of bun cha, okay? So as you guys can see, it's really easy to make, right? So just make your little balls there. But this is just so good, and it's way more healthier for you than actually having, you know, the gas one. I think you lot should really think about the induction hob for the future, you know? Okay, so this one's cooking nicely. So what we want to do is flip it over. Let's see. Oh my God, I wish you guys could smell it. It smells incredible. Yeah, perfect. And that's what we want. We want to have that golden char. So it's starting to get more gold. Don't worry, you can do it on the other side. There you go. You're going to find that this is going to be very much, it's going to start to get the pot, and the pan's going to be more liquid, yeah? So you can save some of that to make like a gravy if you want to put on top of the rice. Okay, look at that. That's the char that I want, that one there. Before you flip it, what you need to do is see if there's like a golden crust around the meatball, and then what you find is that it's easier to flip it over and it's not going to break up, okay? I just realised I forgot the lemongrass. Pretend that I added it in there, yeah? So we make mistakes, it is what it is. All right, on to the next. So what we want to do now is we want to basically make the pickled vegetables, or the vegetables to go on top of it. So we're going to just slice these up. So what I did last time, and I really liked it, I know normally what you do is that you would have like daikon, which is like a radish. You would have your pickled vegetables. But what I'm going to do with this one is I really like to peel it. So you can have it like sliced like a julienne, which is basically like a thin chips, like kind of like little sticks. But I find that if you slice it like that, it's just so nice. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put them to the side over here. Okay, so what we want to do is we want to build on this. So let me just quickly flip these ones over. Now you see that? That is deliciousness in the pot. And do you know what's so cool about this? It's a gravy. We're basically making a gravy. There we go. Alright, so I'm going to make them cook for a bit longer. We want to reduce the actual heat in that as well. So we're just going to put it on number 6 actually. I think I want it to burn. So we're going to basically peel these to make like little strips like this. And it's going to be so nice. And we want to do the same for the cucumber as well. Our noodles are ready. So what you want to do is that you want to basically run it under cold water. So I'm going to turn this off right now. And we're going to run this under cold water and basically make sure that it's not cooking anymore. So this is cooking quite nicely, so you guys can see. Yeah, and if you want, I mean, I can flip it over a bit more. I'll probably do it in a few minutes. So we've literally washed off our noodles and they're nice and cold and wet. So that now they're going to be perfect to put the layer in, okay? Okay, so let's get back onto this and see how this is doing. Look at that, guys. Isn't that a gorgeous caramel literally forming that beautiful gravy that we're going to be putting? So all the meatballs are happy. I might flip a couple of them over. I'm going to actually turn this off because I don't actually need it to be longer. So I'm happy with both of them. So now I'm literally just going to be making this element. So I'm just going to peel this. And then we're also going to peel. We're going to take off a little bit of the end of our cucumber. Okay. And we're going to peel our cucumber as well. So basically doing the same thing. So when you get to like the water bit, just go around it because you really want to have more of the flesh than you want to have the seeds, okay? Okay, so our vegetables are nearly fully done. The last bits that we need is a little bit of shallots. Just as more from like the garnish element of it. So we're going to kind of top and tail. And we're going to take the top bit there. And then take that off. And then once we finish this, we're going to make a quick little sauce. And we are ready to build. Okay, and a little bit of coriander. I know not everyone likes coriander. Sometimes they think it smells like, I don't know, wee or something like that I've heard. But to be honest, you want to have lots of herbs. So you can either, I mean, I wouldn't really say basil because it's going to change the flavour profile. Okay, so I just want to kind of roughly dice this. Now it's time to build. So what we want to do, we want to take our bowl at the bottom and we want to add some noodles. So I'm going to basically take some noodles and place in the bottom. So you can decide how much noodles you want to have. So you basically put your noodles at the bottom. Look at that. Isn't that sexy as hell? Oh my God. I can literally just smell it like, So what we want to do now, we want to take a little bit of our ribbons and we're going to put it in the corner. So you're basically building it, yeah? You want to have a good amount of ribbons because you know what? We want veg in it. We want to have our meat and our veg. We want to get those 10 a day, let alone 5 a day. So you want to put that. I'm going to put a little bit of our cucumber. Now, normally, traditionally, when you make this, you have pickled vegetables, but I haven't done pickled vegetables. I made it kind of fresh. So I've done that one. And then we're going to add a little bit of shallots. So I'm going to put that over here, like a little section. So everyone has their little sections. We're going to add some bean sprouts to this as well, which is going to be over here. I'm going to add a little bit of a bit more of the onions because they might be getting jealous, thinking, oh my God, why have you added so much bean sprouts and what about us? Everyone has to shine, yeah? Everyone has to shine, okay? I'm going to put a little bit more ribbons because I want to have a bit more. Perfect. So that's one, yeah? And now we need to add our meatballs. So we're going to take some out and place them on top. We're going to take a couple golden ones as well. So I want to have a good amount of meatballs because your girl's hungry. So we're going to make that. And we want to have that. You see that jus, that sauce, that je ne sais quoi? We need to have that. So we want to have a bit more, maybe one more meatball there. Yeah, I think that's a good amount of meatballs. And I want to have a little bit of that sauce because why not? Like I want it to go, oh my God. Okay. Perfect. And then now what I want to do, I want to finish this off. So we're not finished yet. We've got one last thing to do. And that's going to be the pied de resistance of this dish. So we've got this. You're thinking, Chef Nunu, but doesn't this look incredible? Isn't it ready? It is nearly ready. We need to have one more thing. So what we're going to do is I'm going to put a little bit, sprinkle a little bit of some coriander on top. But now we need to make the sauce. The sauce is very, very important. So this sauce in question is a fish sauce. I'm going to butcher the name, so I won't say it, but I will try and remember, or one of my Vietnamese friends, please correct me how to say the name properly. But it's basically like a fish sauce with some vinegar, and you can put some garlic and a little bit of chili in it as well. So you want to put this in here. This sauce makes it, guys. So you know when you go into pho and you have, not pho, and you have spring rolls or summer rolls, you have this sauce. You put some fish sauce in there. And you want to have a little bit of water, but this one's okay at the moment. And then you want to add some garlic to it. You don't have to add garlic, but I love my garlic. And as I said to you guys before, I absolutely love this. I'm going to add this in. Now, normally I add some chili, but I'm going to add some of this in there. So I'm going to put a little bit because I want to have a bit of a spice level to it. Yummy. And then I'm going to add the last, which was my sugar as well. Okay. And I nearly forgot, oh my God, we nearly forgot about the greens, guys. We need to put some greens in there as well. Do you see how healthy this is? Like, you're probably thinking, Lord, it might look a bit overcrowded. Let me fix it. There we go. I want the greens. The greens have to come. There we go. Perfect. Everyone's got their space. Brilliant. And then now, what we do, we just mixed. Then we need to taste it. Yeah. Oh, that's lovely. So it's got like that nice dropping consistency. So it kind of drops off your spoon like this. Oh, it's such a beautiful sauce. And you basically want to taste it. Oh, that is gorgeous. That's actually perfect. We don't need to add anything to it. So what you want to do now is you can just drizzle over, or you can dip over your gorgeous bun cha. Over the vegetables. So what happens, guys, is all of this mixture literally goes down into the noodles and you just mix. Perfect. And there we go. There we have it. Bun cha, from my kitchen to yours. Enjoy.